welcome to another stream with Battletech Advanced 3062 mod. So yeah, sorry it's been a little bit since we last streamed. Excuse me 1 second. But yes, some sort of things going on, so wasn't able to start get on to stream until now. But here we are, ready to begin the next mission. Yeah, so I believe last time we took on a couple of missions. I think we did get a little bit beat up. We used our new mechs, upgraded the mech bay. Yeah, so you've got the fire starter, the Raven, and we have a Jenna. Jennas are not great mechs, but you know, they're mechs, so they can definitely be useful. So yes, as a light mech, and we did armor this one up a bit more than most tend to be. So, without further ado, let's get into our barracks. So I believe we do have a few Mechwarriors out, yes. Most notably the commander, who got knocked out when his mech fell on its backside. Yeah, this happens, and Mechwarrior was injured in a duel, I believe it was. Oh, okay, he's got enough to upgrade, so we shall actually do that. We'll give him... I think we're going to give him gunnery, yeah. And multi-target's fine, but I think Battle Lord is by far the better ability. Extra chance to hit, extra damage, you know, all goodness.
Training complete.
So we'll get that done.
Welcome, Commander.
And yeah, we're currently working along this line with the commander along gunnery to make him a very good gunner, which is important for any Mechwarrior, to be fair. And so yeah, we've got some missions to do. I think we'll wait for Mechwarrior to come back, and then we will launch a mission with 6 of our mechs, I think, rather than 7, I think, or is it 5? Something like that. Anyway, something like that. Anyway, we're going to advance time by 7 days because there are some missions we can do here. Oh, okay. Ah, well, let us. He's got high spirits, which is good. It means that he gets, yeah. On Hammer, I'll be able to use inspiration. Basically, his inspiration abilities, like Battle Lord, are cheaper to use. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a lounge in the Argo yet, because you know the ship's pretty beat up. I think we're working on the structural repair at the moment. So we're working on getting that done. There we go. Okay, here we are. Mechwarrior is now back. Jade Falcon are doing some conquering, apparently. But let's jump into the command center and get ourselves a mission. Okay, yeah, we've got quite a few different missions here. Well, what do we want to do? I think we want to do the 1.5 skull missions for now. So let's see. Decent money, decent salvage on this one. Okay, what we got to do? Disuse base. Recon, defend it till the forces can move in. So there may be some outworld forces here. I think this one's looking pretty decent. Yeah. So let's go for this one. I think we do want some salvage, so I think we'll stick this one smack in the middle. So we've got a decent amount of cash coming in, which will keep us going for another month, and some reasonable salvage as well. So, let's begin. So let's get our deployment sorted out. Right, yeah. Oh yeah, because we did the duel last time. So Decker in the Jenna. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But not here. That would be the Scout with Medusa in. Firestarter will have Behemoth, because I think she's a good brawler pilot. I think. Glitch, as always, will be in her Griffin. And, right, who's going to be piloting the... I think we're going to put Mechwarrior into the Vulcan. And then we'll bring Decker in... Commando or Jenna? Commando's got the SRMs. Jenna has got the medium lasers. I think we'll take the Jenna for now. So yeah, because we are dropping in with 200 tons. So should be able to do alright, hopefully. So let's deploy and get into the mission. So, while just waiting for that to load up. And we'll jump into the mission. Hopefully we won't take too much damage, we'll get some nice salvage. You know, all the good stuff. Let's get some nice stuff off of the Outworld Alliance, maybe? Maybe. We'll have to see what they bring. Interesting, so we can reset the specialization, so good to know. But we need to have the second training module for that, so yeah, that's fair enough. But good to know that we can actually do that. Riding the red... it's talking about heat. Yeah. You always want to be balancing your mech's heat levels, always. But obviously, depending on the mech, depending on the cooling, sometimes you will be running them close to the red line, which most of the time is fine. It's when you start coming up against mechs that have flamers on them is when you start to have an issue. Right, that's ready to go, so let's go.
Command interface initiated.
It's a desert as well, so... Outward and Curiton, okay. Okay. Ah, fair enough, so we can get the turrets. That's fair enough. I mean, you know, turrets don't do an enormous amount, but, I mean, they certainly help. So there are some hostile forces in the air. Okay, there's one right there. And there's another one. Oh, a Valiant. Okay. Valiant's a reasonable. Yeah, you gotta watch out. This one is medium lasers, mortar 2, and a hatchet. Ouch. Yeah, but it hurts when they get up close. That one we haven't identified yet. That's a Curiton. Spider. Okay. Medium lasers. A Grand Dragon. I'm pretty sure that's a Curiton variant of the Dragon. Heavy mech. Okay, yeah, not great armor to be fair, but you know, not terrible. Medium laser. LRM 10, medium laser, and an ERPPC. Okay, this thing's pretty well armed. I'll give them that. They've got a javelin and a strider with LRM 5s and large laser. Okay. That seems the Curitons aren't playing around today. Neither is the Outworld Alliance, either. So obviously, we need to protect these guys. We need to keep them alive. So, let's see about bringing... So, we've got the Raven, this is our scout mech. So again, obviously, want to sprint with it, because, you know, you don't really want to be that easy to hit. We'll go there. We'll get the sensors. This bar shows where the sensors will be, and the Raven generally has better sensors than any of our other mechs, which is why it's our scout mech. and it's got the armor and weapons to actually do a decent amount of, to be able to withstand and deal a decent amount of damage while it's at it. Unknown, unknown. Okay, there's another mech there. Okay, looks like, looking at the bar up here, there's 3 enemy mechs so far. This one, and this one. But they do have spawn protection, which means they have 8 evasion pits, which makes it really hard to hit them. So most of the time we want them to be going first if we can make them. Yep. Okay, their allied spider has moved up, and they have chosen, they've chosen to reserve. And I'm going to do the same.
Reserving action.
Hey, if they want to give our allied pilots a chance to get to the base to aid in its defense, great. Yes, spawn protection does make it quite difficult to land hits. As you saw there, only a couple of those missiles actually hit. I believe those were SRMs? Yeah, those were SRMs, yeah. So, but he did take some damage. I think, yeah, he took a little bit, not much though. He only took like 2 SRM hits. So, yeah, for now we are going to, we're going to reserve, because if they're going to give our allied mechs a chance to move in, let them. Okay. Okay, now they're moving. That's a stinger. Okay, okay. Medium laser firing, fair enough. Yeah. No, well, missed. Good. Okay, what's the stinger got? Medium laser, 2 machine guns, so yeah. Not a massive threat to our lance, but yeah. Obviously, you still want to deal with it as and when. So who can go? Okay, so pretty much everyone can go at this point. So yeah, it's only got 3 evasion pips.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I'm thinking perhaps we move up Glitch in her Griffin. That gives fair odds. Fair odds. So if we use the jump jets, we can get ourselves a bit further. Problem is that would also be obscured. So yeah, you gotta take things like that into account. There we could go. That's not bad. Yeah. We need to be able to see this guy to shoot him. But yeah, that's much worse chances to hit because we're jumping and it's hard to hit something when your mech is flying through the air. So let's move up to here. That gives moderate chances to hit on this guy. If we can get a hit on him, that would be nice.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Because he hasn't got a massive amount of evasion pips. And that's always the thing with when it comes to dealing with light mechs, is they are usually very fast. And they can be a bit... And when they're moving very fast, they can be very hard to hit. So when you get one that hasn't moved as far, you usually want to try and take them out if you can. If you can. I believe Glitch has any active abilities she can use right now. Nope. Okay, then we will fire.
Firing everything I've got.
That PPC missed. A couple of LRMs hit. It's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Okay, we've got Allied Strider. Having the same idea I had. Didn't really hit very much though. Okay, oh, that's an enemy Janak D. Okay. Okay, they hit the Allied Spider. Yeah, I think that's a standard D. Yeah, 4 medium lasers in the SRM-4. In mine, I removed the SRM-4 and stuck some more armor on it because the armor on this one is made of paper. Whereas if we look at my Jenna, which is right there, I've got a little bit more armor on her, so she can take more of a hit, more of a beating. You lose the SRM-4, but it's not a massive loss to be fair.
Receiving you.
Okay, so can Behemoth bring her commando up to anywhere to get a shot on anybody? could jump to there, and that would make it very hard to hit that, but... She could also get to there, and similar chances to hit, I think, as... Yeah, literally. Okay. Bit easy to hit when you're sprinting, and you know, that makes sense. Your mech isn't sailing through the air, so it is easier to... Apparently she's got line of sight on that one from there? Apparently so. Okay. Well, let's move up. You always gotta move fast with your light mechs. If you want them to survive anyway. So apparently... She can see him through there? Not sure about that. I think there's some shenaniganry going on here with the sightlines. But yeah, again, this is a fire starter. It wants to be up close with its flamers, machine guns, and its medium lasers. So yeah, for now we will take the shots, see what we get.
Acknowledged.
Because any shot not taken is always a miss. And there we go, we got a hit. So there we go. Got a little bit of damage. The Jenna, where did we hit it? We hit it in the shoulder, not bad. Nice. Taking out the arms of a Jenna is always a good idea because that reduces their firepower significantly. And makes them much less of a threat. Okay, the Valiant's moving up. Ooh, that is the problem when they do land hits on light mechs. They tend to go through the armor like that. To be fair, it was only on the arm, so... And there is nothing critical there, so... Not a massive loss. It is going to be heating up a bit because because they hit it with some Inferno rounds.
Standing by.
Commander.
I think we probably want to bring the heavy gun up now, the Vulcan. I think all of them, would be nice if we could get a shot on that Valiant. But, yeah, it's not a great shot though. Oh wait, Decker's in the Jenner, isn't... Decker's in the Jenner, isn't he? Yeah.
Receiving.
That's right, it's Mechwarrior I put in the Vulcan. I was thinking, wait a minute, where's the AC-5? Okay, let's move up.
Confirmed.
And let's see if we can get some shots. Remember, the Vulcan also is the one that has an AMS, so you kind of want to keep it between the opponents as much as possible in your mech so the AMS can shoot down incoming missiles. Yeah, okay, just checking on our hit chances. We can only hit the 30%, so I think we will go for the Stinger. Decent chances to hit. So yeah, we will take the shot and see what we get. Okay, we exposed to such a bill. I think the AC-5 missed, unfortunately. Which is a shame, but here we are. Oh, hello. And there's... Oh, there's an enemy fire starter. I believe it's the same... No, it's a slightly different one. It's the FS9S variant, which... Looking at it... Oh, this version has an AMS. Okay, that's interesting. They also have the yeah, they had the same idea I did. Put the Defender in the Firestarter because Firestarters generally tend to be a bit on the broadly side.
Good to go.
They're good at it with the flamers and machine guns. They generally are pretty decent at that. So we've got our allies fighting on this side. So I think we'll bring our generator to help deal with the enemy Firestarter. So we'll move up and we'll brace.
Confirmed.
We've got this rock in the way, blocking the enemies from shooting at our light mechs over here. So we only need to divert a couple of mechs to deal with that Firestarter. Okay, here goes the Curiton Grand Dragon. Pretty sure it's a Curiton variant of the Dragon, which was a Curiton mech to begin with in the first place. It's a reasonable heavy mech. It's pretty quick, but tends to be light. most of the time tends to be lightly armed and armoured, though the Grand Dragon obviously has some serious modifications in that regard. But then if you look at what the Jenna D has, and look at what the Dragon has, it's got some heavier firepower on it, but not that many more weapons. But obviously those weapons are more powerful. Okay. We've got enemies here.
Yep.
I would love if we could actually get up into range to pull off a sensor ping on them. No. Not going to get it, I don't think. No. So we'll move up there, we'll get some shots. We'll pull off an active probe ping next to it. Because it's got the experimental EWAS. The probe ping would remove, I believe, 1 or 2 evasion pips. Ground sensor lock, so it removes 2 evasion pips, and yeah, basically means we can then see where they are, no matter where they are, for the rest of their turn. It's a very useful ability, but it takes up the entire turn of the Raven. It can't shoot when it uses it. It can move and then use it, but it can't move and then shoot and use it. But that's fine. There's only 1 mech range, so it's not worth using. The best thing for it is you get it near a group of enemy mechs, you hit that, and it suddenly makes them a lot easier to hit. So for this round, we will fire on this Jenna, I think. Yeah, no reason not to. And we completely miss. Percentage,
Lucky that one.
percentage based hit systems, yay. Okay. The spider just decided to entrench and stay. Oh, bad call. Bad call. Never do that in a light mech. Never do that in a light mech. Even if it means running through fire, do it. You'll take some heat doing it, but it's preferable to being a sitting duck. If you're in an assault mech, it probably is worth doing to do what they did. But in a light mech, absolutely not. You do not have the durability to take incoming hits. Ooh. Okay, he got a good shot on the Raven.
Reporting light damage.
Yeah. And that's the good thing about the Raven over the Locust as well. Aside from the E-War Suite, it's actually got a decent amount of armor on it for a light mech. So what do we want to go next? I think I would rather their Firestarter go before ours and our Jenna. So we are going to reserve. Okay, the Allied Javelin is running up. Very good. And that's all he's doing. Fair enough. Fair enough. We need to get them here, and once we get the turrets online, that will help, because we've got a sniper turret there with some PPCs. That's not bad. Laser turret. Ooh, large laser. Okay. That is not bad at all. Oh, and there's a third turret there, which is another sniper turret with PPCs. Yeah, you know, not great, but, you know, firepower is firepower. Right, so they haven't really moved, have they? Nope. So I think it is quite worth for our Vulcan to move. Because it does actually give us some decent chances to hit, and, you know, moderate evasion with it. And our Vulcan can take some hits. So I think I would prefer to move that like that. Not getting quite so close, but we are getting the benefit of cover, which I think is a little bit more important right now. Plus, it means we also get our AMS in range to try and help protect some of these guys coming in with incoming missiles. And it's a laser AMS as well, which means it's very accurate, and I'm going to switch that over to Overload, because he has got reasonable chances to negate the jamming chance from an AMS and Overload. An Overload means it can shoot multiple times instead of just once per round at incoming missiles. So it's usually worth using it for that. So let's take a shot. Miss. Okay, that's fine. We missed.
Failed to connect.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's how that goes. Strider is moving up. Okay. Taking some shots at the enemy Firestarter. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the power of AMS right there. I shot down a good number, 4 of those incoming missiles. That was normal ballistic AMS, not a laser AMS, however. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got to have a look at our objectives. So we must defend the target buildings, hold out 9 rounds for reinforcements, which means more enemy mechs will be coming in. That's usually how it goes on these missions. Target buildings must survive. These are secondary missions here. Cover the friendly lance to get out there. Usually, you can get bonus pay and stuff like that for it, like destroying enemy vanguard. All target buildings must survive. And obviously getting them into the base to get the turrets online is kind of self-explanatory. And as you can see, our laser AMS took some pot shots at those incoming missiles, and took out 2 of them. Which may well have saved that spider's arm.
What's up, boss?
I just hope it didn't jam. It did not! Excellent!
Orders.
Right, we've got our Firestarter. Yeah, we've got our Firestarter and our Jenna, and their Firestarter has yet to move. So we shall reserve. They've done the same thing. Okay, yeah, we will.
Good to go.
We will make a move with Glitch, and again, we'll get her into some cover. Okay, we've got these chances on the Stinger there. Oh, very good chances on that Jenna. I would like to take that.
On my way.
I would very much like to take that shot. So we move up to there. And yeah, very good chances to hit here. So let's fire, see if we can get something
Got
good.
it.
Which we do. We take out the right arm.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Yep, and the pilot's getting a little bit stressed out. I mean, with you just lose the arm of your mech, and that's half your firepower gone right there. Of course, a mech that doesn't have any weapons doesn't mean it can't still fight. All mechs can engage in melee, whether it from simple ramming or kicking, or or if they have arm actuators, they can punch. And there are numerous mechs who are that are known for doing so, like the Valiant here. Oh man, they really want that spider. Ooh. Okay, how did? Oh, we got generated heat because did the AMS fire? Doesn't look like it did. That spider is taking an absolute pounding, but is taking it like an absolute champ. But that's the problem, like I said, it's why you don't stay still with a light mech ever. Okay, their Firestarter has still yet to move, so we shall reserve.
Waiting for the shot.
Let's see what the AI does. Wait a minute, was that turret always there? That's an dual AC-10 turret. Okay, that's quite nice. That's some nice firepower. If we can get that online, that would be very useful. Okay, here comes their Firestarter. Good. Oh, sneaky. Yeah, that's something the Raven can also do. That was the sensor. That was the sensor ping that I was talking about. Okay, and as you can see, that used up its turn to do so and generated a lot of heat. Well, Firestarters do tend to generate a lot of heat. It's kind of their thing. That's why they're called Firestarters. Unfortunately, he isn't close enough to get into melee, which is unfortunate. We could charge, but I don't particularly want to do that because that damages our mech as well. You can see, yeah, we take a fair bit of damage from that. Do a lot of damage, but we also take a lot of damage, and it's more often than not, it ain't worth it. So if if we move up to there, it could be good. If we jump, we're not going to do a DF. We're not going to DFA. Don't worry. That would be very dumb. We are going to sprint again because she does get a good benefit from being in cover. So we'll go there, take some shots, see what we get. Wait for the mech to move up. There we go, and yeah, he is overheating. So if we can get some hits with the flamer, we might be able to overheat him and force him to shut down.
Acknowledged.
Assuming we and he is overheating now, which is good. That makes it more difficult for him to use his mech, as he's just basically cooking in there. And that's what the fire starter does. That's why it's called the fire starter.
Standing by.
And we'll move up with the Jenner as well. Yeah, Jenner's pretty quick. It's got medium lasers again. Yeah, chances to hit not fantastic, but it is what it is. So we move up, get some evasive pips, get into some cover, which gives a 20% damage reduction, or 40 if you have the bulwark ability, like Behemoth does, which is a pilot ability. So yeah, not great chances to hit, so not expecting a lot here, but
Roger.
miss everything. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's how it goes.
Failed to connect.
Yep, there we go. Sorting out initiative and such. We've got to hold out for another 8 rounds. The AI is thinking what it wants to do. Which mech is it? The 9. Ah, it's the Stinger. In general, the lighter the mech, the higher it's going to be in initiative order, because the earlier it can move. It's just how Battletech's always worked. Well, in this game, the tabletop game generally tends to work in the reverse. In that going last is better because you can react to your opponent because of the way the game rules work, but in the video game, going first is usually better. Ooh, and that Stinger's let him suffer seeing duck as well. And Jenna's building up some heat. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Now, I would love to get them all in for a sensor ping. You could there. You get all of them. Problem is, it does leave the Raven rather vulnerable. We are going to use target prediction, which gives a +2 accuracy for all of our allied mechs. Really great to have on a pilot in a light mech. Really good ability. Now then, can we sprint and still get... Ooh, as you can see, there's a golden ring which I am using for doing this with, which is centered on where I'm positioning, and that indicates the range of the active probe ping. I think there's a good spot for it, because we get all of their mechs,
Copy that.
which means they lose 2 evasive pips, and we know where they are regardless of whether or not a mech actually has sight on them. So we hit that, and you can see again the golden circle has appeared. It will generate heat. That's a full-time, but it is very useful, as you'll see.
Got a lock.
Yeah, this is the ability that Firestarter used on us. It means they just lost 2 evasive pips, which means they are much easier to hit now. See, the Firestarter went from 5 down to 3. Stinger now has none. Valiant only has 1, and the Jenner didn't have any to begin with, but, you know, and obviously they still got their turn to go. But it makes the AI much more likely to want to use its mechs, because they're now much easier to hit. And yeah, the benefit of sensor locking is they're revealed and targetable for enemy units, meaning our units can target them much easier. Plus, they also have 2 difficulty to hit, as their sensors are also being jammed by that massive ping. Okay, and as you can see, that can make a difference. Javelin it completely missed hitting that javelin. But yes, the general has now got his evasion pips back now, but because he has now moved. Oh, it just makes it easier to deal with them. Right, so if we can get in on the fire side, which we can, I am inclined to want to do that. We don't want to punch. We want to use our. So we can get a hit here on his back, which would be great because, as you can see, there is at the top there is very little armor on the back, and with all the weapons we're firing, with those chances to hit, yeah, we've got a very good chance of doing a lot of damage here. And where he's already overheating, he's going to have to deal with some serious heat penalties to his chances to hit and to his ability to move. This is what makes the Firestarter such a great light mech. Okay, we got a good kick on his leg. He's steady, and then we just unleash everything on him. Yeah, look at his heat bar now. He is suffering some serious heat issues. If you feel the bar completely up, I believe the mech auto shuts down. And ammo may explode when mechs are overheating as well, so that's always a concern. And the Firestarter does have AMS ammo in there. Doesn't have the machine gun, that's interesting. Okay, he's going to move. He can't move particularly far. He's not going to be able to do a lot. And there it is. The AMS ammo exploded because of the sheer amount of heat that was building up inside the mech. It cooked off the ammo while it was inside, and you got ammunition going off inside the mech. It does a lot of damage.
Ready for orders.
And that is the power of the Firestarter mech, and why you never want to get close to an enemy one. So let's move up.
Aye, aye.
With Decker, yeah, Decker also has the target prediction ability. We're not going to use it because I do believe it doesn't stack, so we'll save that for the next turn. And yeah, we'll take a couple of shots on the Stinger because it's nice and easy to hit. So let's take it. There we are, all 4 hit. So that's some good damage. Yeah. So far things are going well, but bear in mind we've still got another 8 rounds to go. And chances are there will be some more enemy mechs arriving that we will have to deal with. Yeah, these missions tend to be on the longer side. Okay. Shooting missiles, I think the AMS got 2 of them.
I'm showing minor damage.
Yes. Inferno rounds, they're annoying because they cause the mech, they set the area on fire and cause the mech to take damage. And the laser AMS over, and yeah, it jammed. That's very unfortunate, which means we have to wait for it to unjam before we can use it again. That's the problem with overloading it.
Ready for orders.
Let's see. I believe. Yeah, it has jammed, so yeah, it's what it is. This means we don't have any real laser protection right now. We could get into melee with him, but I think chances to hit with AC5, 56. Usually AC5, yeah, AC5 wants to have a little bit more distance, so I think we could get a pretty devastating strike on that Valiant though, which would not be a bad thing. We just want to get a bit of evasion while still maintaining that chance to hit. Yeah, there we are. I don't really want to get into a position where I can be flanked easily either. So, yeah, it's all very, positioning is very, very important in this game. You do have to think about where your mech is, how easy it's going to be for them to flank you, things like that. Because while enemy mech
No shooting, just
rear armor
got it.
is lower than their front, the same holds true for our mechs too. So in general, we do not want our mechs to be hit from behind. Yeah, so we're generating quite a bit of heat, which means normally I would use Battlelord, but Battlelord does cause us to generate an extra 30 heat, and where we're generating quite a bit of heat already because we're on fire, because we passed through a fire area, we're going to have to forego that, which would be generating far too much heat. But we should be able to get some good damage on this Valiant.
Confirmed. Fire.
Yeah, there we are. Some solid hits there. Now, hopefully, our allies will be able to get into the range of the base this turn. And they can turn around and start helping us to defend.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, Glitch's turn. Very good. Again, we want to get some reasonable evasion pips if we can get them, without leaving ourselves too vulnerable. And obviously, with LRMs, you also don't want to get too close. As you can see, there is a Goldilocks zone, which is right there, which is indicated by the bars that you can see. So, there is good. Problem is moving there. I don't think we actually get any evasion pips. No. So that is less than ideal. We can get 2 evasion pips there, but that's too close and the LRMs aren't happy to try and hit him. It's always there's always a little bit of a trick involved, but might just have to use jump jets. Just so that we get the evasion pip. Yeah.
No sweat.
Because having at least one evasion is generally pretty good. It makes it harder for them to hit you. And jumping also makes it harder for them to hit you as well. So, yeah. It's just stacking up all these different evasion modifiers to try to avoid being hit in the first place. Although medium mechs can generally take a few hits.
All weapons are go.
Okay, there goes his leg. So he's falling down. And the reason why I'm focusing the Valiant now is because that thing can do a lot of damage in melee. And melee attacks ignore evasion pips. So that's why I was targeting it with our mediums.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks
Yeah.
like enemy reinforcements.
Here they come. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Okay, where are they dropping? Ooh, come on, game. Don't crash on me now, thank you. Where did that leopard come in? Wait, did it drop them behind it? Yeah, it dropped them behind us. So we've got a vehicle and a mech on sensors right now. Fun. But fortunately, these guys have taken quite a lot of damage, so we should be able to clean them up this round. Hopefully. And then we can move to deal with the newcomers. So remember again, our objective is to make sure this base does not get destroyed. Fortunately, these walls aren't included in that, and the AI generally will not target walls. So that does make the base a little bit less vulnerable from the back. Oof. Yeah, the spider took a fair bit of damage, so I think he lost his arm. Finally. Took a lot of focus fire to do... Yeah, he lost the arm. Took a lot of focus fire to do it, though, which is good. Because that's fire not directed at our mechs that we have to repair later. Yeah, the Stinger has taken a lot of damage now across its armor. So, we're up next. And I think I would like... Yeah, Decker to go...
What's up, boss?
So, we get the target prediction going, which means everyone else in our lance now has a +2 chance to hit. Very nice. We move up and we take some shots at this Valiant on the ground. See if we can't take him out. Yeah, we'll go like that. I shouldn't be able to flank our Jenna like that. And because he's on the ground, we get to make a cool shot. Now, I would like to salvage this mech, possibly. I mean, it is a 30-ton light mech. Do we want to salvage it, or do we want to just try and blow his leg off? I'm not that fussed at the moment. We'll go for the center torso, see if we can get the pilot to eject or something.
Copy that.
Okay, there goes the left torso.
Critical hit, Commander.
Yeah. When the mech is being fired on the ground, that will generally make a pilot start to panic. When they're knocked on the ground, they're injured and they're still being shot at. I think our ally chose to reserve there. I don't want them to reserve, I want them to get into the escort zone. Let's get those turrets online. Whereas it would certainly be helpful to have turrets going. But we shall see what it does. Initiative 8, who can move? Right, so the Stinger's already moved. So we've got the Jenna here in Initiative 8, and possibly one of the newcomers on sensors at the back. Okay, he decided to just hold his position, apparently. Curious decision.
Yes, Commander.
Well, we're going to bring up Behemoth. She's definitely going to sprint up. We'll bring our medium lasers to bear on the Valiant, because, you know, when a mech's on the ground, you kind of want to focus it, get it off the field. If at all possible. So, yep. Go for the center torso. Yeah, so we did open up the center torso a bit. So, hopefully we'll get a couple of hits there, take him out. There we go.
That's a kill.
Unsalvageable part, fair enough. And I mean, at this point we probably will start thinking about if we do salvage light mechs now, because we've got a good stable of light mechs. So I think... Hello there, Chris! Welcome to the stream, good to see you, man. And always love a good Tron reference. So yeah, we're going to move up with the Raven. We're going to sprint because, again, should always be moving fast with a light mech.
Alright, full speed.
It does reduce their chance to hit a little bit, but it is worth it to keep the light mech on the field. Light mech can't shoot anything if it's already been destroyed. That's how I view it anyway. So, let's line up some shots. As you can see, we've been shooting up some enemy mechs already. And let's see if we can't get some good damage here on this enemy Jenna.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Yeah, decent hits. Nice, yeah, absolutely. Play the PS4, play some Narita Boy. Excellent game, by the way. Very engaging story. Fun gameplay if you like the side-scrolling hack-and-slash games. So yeah, we got some damage on him, and again, yeah, unsettling hit the pilot. Oh, I know exactly who played it, Chris. I remember watching it when you were streaming it. Yeah, so we did get some damage, yeah. It was spread out a bit, but we did open up the side torso a little bit there. So we've still got another 8 enemy mech to go in Initiative 8. I suspect it's either this mech or this vehicle. That could be a medium mech. Oops. Oh, no, it is a different vehicle. Okay. Oh, right, it's firing LRMs, I'm guessing? No? Okay, alright, that's a galleon. That, alright, that did some damage. You did. Yeah, 100% completion, platinum trick, well done. So, what did exactly, they didn't send us a ping, they just, okay, yeah, fair enough. So, what did that one do? I wonder. It may have just spotted for now. And again, yeah, a medium pulse and 2 medium lasers. Probably didn't fire the pulse laser because it doesn't have the range. Pulse lasers do more damage, or they're more accurate depending on the mod. But they do generally have less range than standard laser weaponry. Indeed. Yes, and I remember how much you enjoyed Narita Boy.
Receiving you.
So, while we do need to meet these enemy vehicles, I think for now we... Is the laser AMS still off? Still offline. Hopefully we'll be able to get that back up and running again. So, but yes, that's good range, reasonable evasion, with medium mech.
On it.
So let's move up. Also protect these guys from incoming missile fire with its AMS, and let's see if we can get this Jenner off the field. Yeah, this is the side that is quite heavily damaged as well. And as much as I would like to use Battle Lord, we are struggling on the heat. Again, this is a desert, so we only sink 85% of our normal heat sinking amounts. Roguelike, yeah. Yeah, it was quite, that was quite difficult. On Mars, yeah, it's a desert planet. So, similar to Mars, well, similar to Mars, but, yeah, it's a desert. We're on the desert biome of this planet. So, as you can see, it only sinks 85% of heat, and all weapons generate heat. Energy weapons generate more heat than most others, but they don't have a reliance on ammunition. Autocannons, moderate heat, as you can see, generates 6 heat when firing it. No, I'm not sure if he's gotten to Mars yet. But as much as I would like to use Battlelord, I think we'll just use Precise Strike. Actually, we've still got really good chances to hit, so... Actually, I'm going to use Vigilance just to get the extra defense. Because we might take some shots while we're there. So we'll get some extra defense from being guarded and entrenched. And yeah, we'll fire on the Jenner. Okay, there goes the torso. And yep, that's an injury to the pilot. Because the torso, when the torso gets destroyed, the pilot takes an injury because it's literally right next to the cockpit. That happens on any mech unless you've got a special cockpit or something that doesn't. Oh good, Chris, oh good. Always got to love references. Okay, that's the mech, and that's firing a lot of LRMs. That's got to be an LRM... That's got to be an LRM 15, I think. So this mech has an LRM 15. Interesting.
I hear ya.
So glitch is it, yeah. So let's move glitch to decent firing shot again, because there are LRMs on this mech. You kind of want to get a little bit of distance to get a good chance to hit. Yeah, there we go. And if we miss the Jenner, you never know, we might hit the Stinger instead, because that's how that works.
Coordinates received.
Yeah, no, the fire is absolutely dangerous. It will put the mech on fire for a couple of turns, and which means it will generate more heat. And in a desert biome where we already have heat issues anyway, yeah, that's what we did to an enemy fire starter. Our fire starter got up close to it, barbecued it, it moved, and then exploded because the ammo detonated inside of it.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, we got a hit with the PPC, and there we go. We made the pilot panic so much he ejected. I do indeed have more fire starters. But yes, there was an enemy fire starter, which we had to deal with. Which we did. Like I said, we barbecued it and then made its ammo explode, so it took the entire mech out. Ammo explosions are no joke. Oi! Little bit off the top, apparently. Cheeky. Did it actually do damage? It did actually do damage, a little bit of damage to that building. Okay. But I know I said a little bit off the top, but I mean, that was kind of ridiculous using a large laser. I apologize for the poor pun. So, let's see what we get. Next, hopefully one of these mechs will get into the escort zone and activate the turrets. That would be nice. Apparently, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it didn't. The pilot in the Firestarter did not eject. He tried to get his mech into a good firing position, which he did. Unfortunately, doing so, because his mech was massively overheating, his ammunition supply exploded. The other mech was a medium laser, which, by the way, medium lasers will absolutely vaporize a normal person if they come into contact. Stop shooting my buildings! Okay, there's an enemy mech there as well. Good to know. Yeah, we really need to get these turrets online. Which means we need to engage enemies. We want to try to make sure we don't lose any buildings, because we want the bonus pay for that. And there are a lot of enemies in the area. I didn't realize they dropped someone over here too. That's a bit annoying. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, in mechs, it's a really good tactic. You overheat an enemy mech and it reduces the capacity to do anything. The year is 3062. So it's a couple hundred years. Stop shooting my buildings. There's another enemy mech over here, so we do need to get a mech over there to get some sensors. These guys are kind of focused on us, which is fine. That's what we want. So we need to see what they're doing over here, which is where we're going to get our Raven running over there. See if we can't get some sensors in that area. I mean, the Raven is our scout mech. It's what it's good at. And no additional sensor contacts. That's annoying. That's fine. Yeah, that's fair, Chris. Definitely. Right, so it's the enemy turn now. Let's see what they do. Yeah, an AI, you can do it. I hate when it does that. Basically, something moved that isn't within sensor range that we can see.
Standing by.
So yeah, we are going to get Behemoth turned round and running up. So she doesn't have the sensor range as the Raven, but she does still have sensors. So let's run her up to there and see what we can find. Yeah, no, it's fine, Chris. I know exactly what it's like. It's not fun. Okay, yeah, there's an enemy mech there. Right. There's no turrets over here either. Well, there's that one up there. But there's no real turrets that can really help with shooting these guys. So what's the point of walls if you make a building that's taller than the wall? Like, seriously, what? Yeah, I know, Chris. I know.
Let's
Yeah,
Hit 'em hard.
we'll use Vigilance because otherwise that's lost resolve. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
We'll bring up Decker in the Agena. Although, actually, no, we'll use the Agena to see if we can finish this guy off. Can we get a shot behind? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, that's a good angle.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, that's a pretty good angle there. So I think that's worth taking a shot, don't you think? Indeed. Yeah, it is the kind of job that you can't work from home, which, yeah, I am sorry, but really glad you've been able to keep to stay safe, man. Well, I did some damage.
That hit something good.
Yeah, it blew his arm off. Shouldn't take much more to finish off the Stinger. Hopefully our ally will do something and get into range to get the turrets online, I hope. Okay, I also hope my game just hasn't just crashed. What is my ally doing? Seriously. It's like, did he just not use his mech? He didn't use the... Get the... Here, you're right in front of... Here. Turrets don't do a massive amount, but they do still help. Yeah, I know. It's just been affecting you, man. I know. It's... Yeah, it's been difficult. Indeed. Okay, so that's just moved up, and that is a Saracen. Yeah, Saracen with Streak LRM-10s. Okay, for, just an explanation of what Streak is. Streak missiles mean they only fire if they're going to hit. But if they're going to hit, every single one of them does. So it's a way of saving ammo and guaranteeing that you get a really good hit on an opponent, and along with some SRMs. So this thing wants to be up close, and we don't want to let it. Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough, Chris. That's fair enough.
Standing by.
Right. I don't really want to use up my Vulcan. Taking down this Stinger. Once it got, the Stinger hasn't got any weapons left, so that's fine.
Ready for orders.
We'll start moving the Vulcan up to engage these guys. And no, this isn't the pointy-eared variant. You do actually have to spend. You do actually purchase. Yeah, you automatically buy the expended ammo back each round. But yeah, no, war is not cheap, especially in the inner sphere, which is what this area is. Because unfortunately, they were also rather
Let's move.
careless in their use of nukes. In that a lot of manufacturing centers have actually been destroyed. To be fair. In 3062, a good number of them have actually been rebuilt, and a lot of knowledge has been... Please don't tell me the AMS jammed and can't actually be... Please don't tell me that got destroyed. That had better not be destroyed. That laser AMS is not easy to come by. Yeah, I know, Chris, I know. Well, that's a cute gif. That's a cute little... Anyway. I'm getting distracted. Let's fire on the Saracen. Again, I would love to use Battlelord, but again, we just can't take the heat right now for that. So let's take a shot with our opponent.
Aye, aye.
And we hit him. Good. Yeah, Saracens are pretty well armoured, though. Because it's a tank. Oh, good, it's unjammed. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting worried there. Oh, go, go, go. Go get dinner. Go get dinner. I hope it's not burnt. So let's see what the enemy does. So we got some damage on the Saracen. Decent damage too. But again, yeah, tanks. In this mod, tanks actually are a viable threat. They have a decent amount of armor on them, and they have some pretty scary weapons. So you can't just ignore them or just walk up and one-shot stomp them anymore, like you used to be able to. Because they used to take double damage from a mech melee attack, as the mech literally stomps on them. Yeah, that's fair enough, Chris. That's good. Glad your dinner didn't burn. So let's see, where's that? Okay, that mech's over there, firing off LRMs. Can you guys please start moving? I think the AI, allied AI's bugged because none of their mechs are moving. And they keep reserving.
What can I do for you?
So I think they've bugged out, which is annoying because it would have been nice to have those turrets operational. Okay.
I hear ya.
What I'd like to do is set up a dual strike here. So her chances to hit there, good chances to hit there. Okay, so we'll line her up for there, and we'll use her multi-shot ability. So what we'll do is we will shoot at the Stinger with the PPC, and we'll shoot at the Saracen with the other M10s. This is a special ability that she has. We will first use Vigilance, because again, Resolve is there to be used, so let's use it. Vigilance just makes it so that she it becomes guarded, so she takes a little bit less damage. Fire the LRMs at the Saracen, the PPC at the Stinger. Right, let's take the shots.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Oh, she wasn't kidding about the headshot. There goes the enemy Stinger. And decent hits on the Saracen. Okay, good. As you see, because we took out the enemy Vanguard, we will be getting that secondary objective is now gone. And we will be getting a bonus from that, which will be very nice. For whatever reason, our allies' mechs are just not moving. Yeah, they're just not doing anything. That's really annoying. Because it would have been nice to have them in support too. But, there we go. Just have to do what we can. Try and secure this base as best we can for the next 5 rounds. But yeah, I think the allied AI has bugged out for whatever reason. Okay, that's a commando. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she had 60% damage reduction from her bulwark ability and the vigilance, and from being inside of a forest. Which means, yeah, damage gets reduced by 60%. That's why she's in the fire starter.
Ready for orders.
Speaking of, it's her turn. So that's the enemy commando. So obviously we do want to try and get as close as we can without getting too exposed. So we'll go to that. And that is a commando with 2 SRM-6s, a flamer, and a medium laser. Oof. That's a fair bit of weapons for a light mech. So we'll move up to there. Staying in cover. And right, so now we've got eyes on the other mechs. That's an enemy fire starter. S, like the other one that we overheated. He's got active probe as well, which means he's got a better sensor array. Medium laser and the SRM-2. SRMs, sorry, are short-range missiles. Very powerful, but only operating in a very close range. And they rely on ammunition. Guess what fire starters love shooting at? Overheating. They love overheating mechs that have ammunition because overheating a mech makes the ammo explode. Pretty much. Yeah, stealth is a relative thing in a mech. It usually involves using some form of stealth armor, which creates like a cloaking effect on the mech, making it hard to see. Think kind of like the Predator.
Missed.
But that is very advanced technology, and it's hard to come by. Okay, that's an enemy wasp. He's just gonna... Alright, fair enough. Well, hey, as long as he's not shooting my building.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, Medusa has almost got his active probe ready to go, which is good. We will use target prediction to give a +2 to everyone else in the lance. That's always nice. And yeah, we're just gonna run.
Let's move.
Run up because you know light mechs are fast, especially a Raven. Really glad we got to salvage this mech a couple of episodes ago. So we just move up there. Finally! Okay, good. The allied AI seems to have unbugged itself. So great. Now the turrets are online. That will help. That will definitely help. Turrets aren't fantastic because they don't usually have a lot of weapons or a lot of heavy weapons on them. But they can do moderate amounts of damage. They can take fire away from our mechs because the enemy will be trying to shoot them, that kind of thing. So, you know, they have uses. And it's also another secondary objective, which usually means when you complete secondary objectives, you get more pay. Okay, the enemy fire starter's moving up. What's he going to do? He's going to shoot the building. Rude. Did he hear that? Oh, he did. Really want to get the whole all buildings must survive. Really want to try and get that if I can. Because you usually get quite a nice bonus.
Receiving you.
Right, okay, I think... Given where it is... Move our generator up. See if we can't get some eyes on... So, yeah, there are 2 enemy mechs here which are just launching missiles at us. Yeah, we'll go there. He's got some cover.
Confirmed.
And we can keep the sensors in the area, which will be nice. Not sure that counts as having being in cover, but I'll take it. Right, and we will take a shot at this galleon tank with its medium lasers.
On it.
Yeah, two out of 4 hits, not bad. Took away some of its armor. Okay, so yeah, our allied AI seems to have unbugged itself, which is good. You probably had to destroy... Oh, hello, that's an autocannon. Okay, so this mech has an autocannon. Good to know. I think we'll send the Griffin over this way to assist with dealing with this enemy lance. Hopefully the turrets will be able to do something. That would be nice. Yeah, the enemy's got a lot of light, stuff, which is why a lot of their stuff goes before our medium mechs. Or the allied heavy mech, the Grand Dragon, which is I believe, a Curiton specific mech. An upgrade of the standard Dragon heavy mech. And it's an okay heavy mech. It's a lighter heavy mech, which means it can move a bit faster. But it tends to be less armoured and less armed than other heavy mechs. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! That was why we didn't want that guy to get close. This allied spider has been taking the beating like an absolute champ. Most light mechs do not stand the amount of fire this guy has and still be standing. But yeah, the pilot of this mech absolutely deserves a medal. He's taken so much damage. Yeah, if you hadn't guessed from the their symbol on their mechs, Curitons are basically Space China. Well, Space Asia probably is more of a more accurate term. Okay, so next it's our mediums. Okay. Alright, and that Saracen ran away. Okay, that's probably smart. Considering the sheer number of our mechs moving up now. Which we are going to move up. Try and avoid being in the fire, because, you know, heat issues and all of that. Oh, that would be a much better chance to hit, but, oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Sprinting isn't off the cards. Not quite close enough, but that would be. Yeah. Okay, we will sprint then.
Confirmed.
And avoid going into the burning woods. And we will take some shots here. We'll put the laser AMS back on. And yeah, we'll take some shots.
Attacking from position.
The C5 missed, unfortunately. So let's see what our allies do. Which one's the ally with the on initiative 7? Ah, it's the Strider. It's LRM5s and a medium laser. Okay, he's moving up and... Oh, that's a large laser, okay. Okay, landed some hits at the tank. Not a great amount of damage though, but again, panicking pilots, you know you can make them eject. Although I don't think vehicle pilots can eject. Oh, hello! What? Ooh. Man, this spider is just taking so much damage. Okay, that is a Whitworth. Okay, that's a 40-ton medium mech. 2 LRM-10s. Ah, so okay, so it was firing 20 LRMs, and it's got a medium laser. Fair enough. I think it was either an LRM. It was an LRM-15 or something along those lines. Oh, we do need to deal with the enemy mechs over here. We also need to deal with them over here. We've got a lot of allies dealing with stuff over there, so we will bring our Griffin up to deal with these guys. And once more, we will split fire.
Moving fast.
which is moving up. And we'll start firing the PPC at the commando, which is a particle projector cannon, aka a lightning gun. And then we will shoot at that guy with the other intents, the wasp. Not great chances to hit, but you know, you gotta take the shots you got.
Line them up and I'll shoot them down, Commander.
She missed, unfortunately, with the PPC. Let's see what the other ends can do. Couple of hits on the wasp, so about what you'd expect. Hopefully alright, the turret's act on initiative 1. Good to know. Okay, and that's an enforcer. Oh. Ooh, boy. Well, the turret took the damage, so that's good. Better the turret than our mechs. Because we do have to pay for repairs and stuff. Now there's the enforcer, which is, yeah, those were 2 ER large lasers, which means ER means extended range. And an AC 10. Ooh. I'd love to salvage that bad boy. It's got some good cooling as well, apparently. I would love to salvage that mech. That would be a nice addition to our lance. Our company, I should say. Okay, the Grand Dragon's moving up. Good, you're gonna take some shots, I hope. Well, that Saracen's having a bad time. And that's the turret. Like I said, that Saracen is having a bad time. 2 PPCs. Okay, the Enforcer's also having a bad time with 2 PPCs. I'm shooting him. Ow. And the other turrets don't have anything to shoot. Unfortunate, but there it is. Okay, now they're going to go on initiative 6. That's good. It's because they just came online. 4 more rounds to go. Here comes enemy commando. Shooting at our fire starter. Okay.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Fair enough. I will take minimal damage any day of the week. So, which is the next enemy to go? Probably the wasp, which we took some pot shots at. Oh, he's using jump jets. Okay. Well, he's just made himself a primary target to to this turret and this turret, assuming that one can see him. But yeah, mech on the wall like that is just asking to get shot at. May not be hit because that's good evasion pips, but they're just asking to get shot.
Receiving you.
Right, I would love to get his active probing into play here. Let's see, what can we get into range of? Okay, that gets us into range of 2 enemy mechs which have already moved. I think that's a good spot. Maybe just somewhere not quite in the sight of the other mechs, maybe? Yeah, so I think there would be a good place. Yeah, there's only going to get those 2 anyway, so yeah, we'll do that, and we'll pull off a,
Let's go.
and we'll pull a sends a ping with its active probe. Which means that they will be pinged. We can see where they are at all times for the next round, and they will have less evasion.
I've got a sensor lock.
And on their next round, they make the next shot at +2 difficulty when they shoot on their next turn, because their sensors are being impaired while we do that. So yeah, just makes it easier to hit him, which again leaves him more vulnerable to being shot at by our turrets. This is a good thing. So the enemy fire starter is going to also jump on the wall. Okay, they really want to take out those turrets. Hey, they want to leave themselves open to being attacked. That's fine with me.
Orders?
And with Decker, we will use target prediction to make shots by our fellow mechs more accurate. I think we're going to run somewhere, not in the fire, obviously. We don't want to leave ourselves too vulnerable, but we do want to get some good shots. Ooh, there's good. Yeah, we'll go there.
Full speed. No target.
That would be good. Ah, hi there, TJ Speculari. Welcome to the stream, and yeah, no problem. This is a very good Battletech game. If you like Battletech, you will like playing this game. This is with the Battletech Advanced 3062 mod. But I do hope you enjoy. I would recommend playing the base game of Battletech without any of the mods to get an idea of how it all works and such. And it also gives you the story of what's going on in the periphery. We are doing career mode, which is kind of an open-ended career thing where we just build up our mech company. You're welcome, and I hope you enjoy playing. But yeah, the mod does bring a lot of expanded features, like the new abilities for the pilots, like you saw me use with Decker just now. Things like that. That's not in the base vanilla game. Along with, it brings in a lot of technologies as well, because the original Battletech, I believe, takes place in the 3022 or 3023, I think. Possibly 3025, whereas this mod brings everything up to 3062. So there's a lot more technology available. A lot of what was considered lost tech in the 3020s has been rediscovered by the 3060s. Not to mention the clan invasion. Hey, AMS. That was AMS that shot down those incoming missiles. Or shot at them anyway. And that just allows you to intercept incoming missiles. That is a technology not in the base vanilla game.
Friendly structure down, Commander.
Ah! That means we don't get the bonus pay. That's annoying.
Orders.
Well, alright, fine. We just have to deal. Can we get into melee with this guy? No. Can't. Oh, that's very unfortunate we can't get into melee with him. Because that would have been nice. But what we can do is we will sprint. And also in the base vanilla, when you sprint, that also ends the turn. For the mech. In this one, in the mod, it does not. But it does put a penalty to your chance to hit.
On it.
So we'll sprint up and we will see if we can overheat their commando with our fire starter. So yeah, let's see if we can overheat this guy. We've got some good chances to hit here. Her gunnery is decent. No, we'll leave it on 2 times actually. Her gunnery is decent, but not good enough to negate if it jams, and I don't really want weapons to be jamming if possible. So, let's unleash a barbecue. There we go. And that red bar, that's the heat bar. That is how much heat the mech it has. Fire starters are good because they tend to use flamers, which cause opposing mechs to overheat. When a mech overheats, it has a chance for it. Not only does it move slower, it's harder to make a shot with it because the pilot is cooking inside the mech, and there is also a chance if the heat builds up enough that the ammunition inside of the mech will explode, which causes damage and potentially destroying the mech in the first place. This is why you want to carefully manage your heat, and why mechs like the Firestarter are really good. Provided they can get into range. Flamers are fairly short range weapons. Nope, my laser AMS says no. Yeah, I have a laser AMS on the Vulcan and it just intercepted every single one of those incoming missiles. Laser AMS is harder to find and it tends to be more expensive, and it does build up heat whenever it fires. But it's a lot better than the standard AMS at shooting down incoming missiles. It's much more accurate. But yeah, but see, this mech has SRMs. No, it is something you can choose to speed up. It is also displayed because the AI is also thinking, because again, with the mod, there's a lot more to consider. The AI is enhanced in that it is smarter, but it does sometimes mean it takes longer for the AI to think of what it wants to do. Here it's just sensor locked us, which is annoying. But there are speed options where you can choose to speed things up. I like to do it on the standard speed because it gives a little bit more of a cinematic experience. But you can speed up like the movement of the mechs, how quickly they fire, things like that. Like I said, I prefer the cinematic experience, especially when streaming, because it makes it more entertaining for you guys.
Ready for orders.
This is our Vulcan. Alright, ooh. Are we gonna stop this mech? This tank. Where is it damaged? It is damaged on this side, okay. Right, fair enough, in which case we want to move around this way. Try not to get an obscured shot. We want to move back a little bit. Now, as you can see in this code, this shows the angles at which the mech can shoot, because torsos can twist a certain amount. Some mechs can twist more, some mechs can torso twist less. And the red line means I am aiming at their front. If you can get a flanking shot where the bar goes blue, you can get a better chance to hit. But again, only in the mod. Only in the mods. There are 2 main competing mods, which are called Battletech Advanced 3062, which is the one we're using here, and Rogue Tech. They both add quite a lot to the game. They're both good. Rogue Tech, I think, it probably adds more, but it also slows things down a bit more. But as you can see, the different colours on the cones indicate your chances to hit. Ah, fair enough. Yeah. Rogue Tech, yeah, great mod, but it does tend to go quite slow. Again, it also depends on the speed of your computer and your processor and graphics card. If I had, for example, if I had probably the latest processor, the turns would also go faster, because the AI would have to spend less time it spends less time processing for the AI to decide what it wants to do. But yeah, in vanilla, the AI is fine. It provides a challenge, but the mods definitely do make it better. Okay, so you know all the concepts about aiming angles and all. Okay, fair enough. If you so you played Mechwarrior, so you know about all the different weapons and heat. Fine. Fair enough. That's fine. I just tend to explain that anyway for those who don't know. So laser AMS is still active, so that's good. And yeah, let's take the shots.
Firing.
There we go. I was hoping to get a side shot.
Mech destroyed.
Yes. The active probe in this game works quite differently, as you saw. It allows you to do the sensor ping, and it also increases sensor range. Though the Raven actually has that built into it in its E-War suite, which also makes it much harder to hit. It's a great mech if you can get hold of one for your lance. It's a great scout mech. It's fast, it's got reasonable durability for a light mech, and yeah, it can do the sensor ping as well. Okay, they hit it with the large laser too. Oh, there goes the leg. Timber! And also, another thing with this is you get a lot more of that text from the mods, and pilots can eject in both Rogue Tech and in this mod. In vanilla, they don't. Pilots never eject. The AI pilots never eject. I guess it was an oversight, I suppose. Okay, there goes the Whitworth. Man, this spider has been taking it like a champ. Seriously, they have been trying to focus this guy down. Alright, there he goes. That's fair enough. 2 engine crits. He was about to start overheating like mad. So yeah, that's fair. Can completely understand him ejecting. But that is the power of overheating or shooting at or panicking a pilot. They will eject. And your pilots will do the same, by the way. If they start panicking, they will eject. I don't think we want to get too close because we do not want to get flamethrowered by this guy. But I think we have decent chances to hit the Wasp. So I would like to capitalize on that. So we'll move our Griffin up to there. And we get to take the. I don't really care too much about salvaging a Wasp, to be fair. So we'll go for the center torso, see if we can panic him into ejecting.
This should be good.
Okay, there goes his right torso. And as you can see,
Dang, you're dead.
he's out because he's unconscious. We hit the consciousness threshold, which is separate from pilot health. So the pilot lost consciousness there because we blew off the torso. And again, when a side torso is destroyed, the pilot takes an automatic. Well, they take an injury. They don't take an automatic injury. They can resist if they have a high enough guts score. Okay. Ow! Ow. Okay, that was nasty. 2 ER large lasers
Taking a beating.
right on our Vulcan. Ow. Oh, that's the turrets. Okay, one shot him. Good. Another one. Another couple of hits there. So yeah, he's pretty unsteady now because we've reached the stability threshold with him, which means he loses his evasive pips as the mech becomes more unstable and more likely to fall over. If this bar here maxes out, the mech falls over. Okay, here comes our allied heavy mech, the Grand Dragon. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's a decent gyro in that fire starter. But yeah, that is why you generally don't want to jump up onto a wall in front of a load of turrets, because that tends to happen. Particularly if you're in a light mech. If you're in a heavy or an assault mech, yes, we are defending a Curiton base, and the allied mechs are House Curiton mechs, which came in from. Those are allied mechs. They're not part of our company. They're Curiton mechs that came in to help get the turrets online as part of the mission. Which is why I don't control them directly, yeah. Let's see, who do we want to bring next? Okay, yeah, let's go take some shots at our Raven. Oh wow, that commando is massively overhealing right now. Okay, yeah, we are going to run into the base. And we're going to shoot at the fire starter, because if we can knock him over... Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you do get allied vehicles or mechs with you, depending on the mission type. Most base defense missions, there are multiplayer skirmishes. I'm not sure if it works with the mods active, but in vanilla, you can have multiplayer skirmishes. When you're doing campaign mode, that is single player, like we're doing here. So there's decent chances to hit, so let's go for it. Okay. Hey, there, we got an ammo.
I hope we can salvage that.
Another example of an ammo explosion. This time our missile crit the AMS ammo inside of that fire starter, which caused a massive explosion which destroyed the mech. Yeah, still don't have eyes on this guy. Raven sensors have picked up. Raven and Commando sensors are both picking it up, but we don't have any visual, which is why we can't see what it is for the moment. And do I want Decker to go next? Well, I think we use Behemoth because she can literally just waltz up. Oh, she can actually punch him. Oh, kick. Anyway. And again, this is where the fire starter becomes deadly. When you can get up close and you can get not just melee damage, which is on the leg when you kick. You can punch, but it means you cannot shoot with the weapons in the arms. Which is why, with this kind of mech, a kick is better. Although it will only hit the legs. But helps to destabilize. And yeah, so we will go ahead and do that. First off, because her resolve's coming up with Vigilance. Yeah, in the base.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
Thank you, Medusa. In the base game, the resolve bar is shared by the entire company, or by your mechs. In this game, each pilot has their own reserve bar, which allows them to use their abilities, and you can use the abilities more often as a result. Right, yeah, we will go for that, see if we can massively cook him and get his ammo to explode.
Targeting for physical attack.
Okay, good, yeah, good kick to the leg. There we go. Again, SRM ammo explosion.
Down.
Which takes out the pilot and pretty much destroys the entirety of the mech. Here comes an enemy galleon. With medium lasers and a pulse laser. Pulse medium laser. Green is always medium laser, blue is always large laser, and red is always small laser, for those who do not know. But yeah, pulse lasers are not lost tech in 3062. It does not. If I charged, it would do more damage to their mech, but I wouldn't fire my weapons, and that will do damage to my mech as well. But no, melee in general, punching and kicking does not cause damage to your mech. Pulling a charge does, as does if you pull what's called a death from above, which I'm sure you're aware of what that is. For those who don't know, you use the mech jump jets to literally jump up and land on top of the enemy mech. That does damage to your legs. But some mechs are so well known for it, some of them have quirks that reduce the incoming death from above damage. And some of them do more damage for using it.
For orders.
Right, I think we will bring Decker around. Can he get on the rear arc? He can. I do not like exposing the back of the Jenner to that Whitworth, though. Okay, can we get to that? We can. Actually, let's just melee because that thing's quite hard to hit. So let's just kick it. Also, in base vanilla, if you pull a melee on any vehicle, it will instant kill. But in both Rogue Tech and in Battletech Advanced 3062, it does not instant kill them anymore. It does still does a decent amount of damage. That's 52 damage we're doing if we hit. And we get to fire our medium lasers at it too. So we'll move in. Jenna. Yeah, there we go. We got the hit, which is nice. Yeah. So we got the hit, and they're unsettled, which means they're taking some penalties to their chances to hit because the crew, are now panicking. If I see there, +1 difficulty to all of its attacks because it's unsettled. The morale level of the pilot will go up and down depending on what happens. If they start taking damage, then the morale starts to drop and they start becoming unsettled and stressed. When things are going well, they can be improved up to confident, and they stop taking the penalties and such. Oh, that was a nice hit with the large laser. Is that all it's firing? Apparently. Is it out of missiles? No, it doesn't say it's out. Oh, right. He's concussed, apparently. Okay. He must not like his chances to hit. This is why I didn't want to expose the back. Ooh. That did some damage.
Internal structure damage.
Yeah. Yeah, my Jenna is a bit better armoured than most, because I removed its SRM4, along with the ammo and the case that came with it, because it's a Jenna K. And I improved the armor. Good thing I did, otherwise that would have been a dead Jenna.
I'm here.
Okay, a Vulcan can move, and it was the arm that took the hit. Yeah, unfortunately there's nothing in that arm. It also took some hits to the leg. Yeah, we need to get rid of this guy. Could jump out of the way. Could jump here. And height also does make a difference. When you're shooting down at someone, you got a better chance to hit, and when they're shooting up at you, they have a harder chance to hit you. Does leave me fairly open to being attacked. But we also want to make sure the right arm doesn't take so many hits, so we're going to angle like that. Because as you know from Mechwarrior Online, the direction your mech is facing makes a big difference.
I copy.
So how are you doing, Chris? I hope your dinner was fine. And I think we'll Vigilance rather than Precise Strike here.
Let's go.
So we will take the shot. So the Vigilance gives the benefit of being entrenched, which reduces damage by 20%. Or by 40% if you have the Bulwark ability, which this pilot doesn't. And then if you're in cover, that gets increased by another 20% for a total of 60% damage reduction. That's really, yeah, that's pretty nice. That's why Behemoth stays in the forests for the most part, because she gets really nice damage reduction on her mech.
Roger.
No, missed. Oh, I only hit with one medium. That was unfortunate. Ah, there we go. Okay, Allied turrets are taking shots. Yeah, and again, now that crew is getting stressed because it's being shot at. Because they're being shot at even more. Is that it? Okay. Okay, they're in full suit. Oh, okay. Well, his autocannon 10 hit
Commander, I'm
the.
wounded. I'm losing weapon systems.
Maybe I shouldn't have moved the Jenna there. Huh? But the AC-10 missed our mech and hit the hit his allied tank, which is funny. But yeah, the Jenna took some beating with those allied lasers. Lost the side torso, which means he's also taking a wound. He's suffering an accuracy penalty, and the engine also got crit. Ooh, he's only just standing. So yeah, and he took that wound. Fair enough. Didn't resist it. Right. Okay, let's bring the Griffin. Do we need to sprint to get eyes on? Okay, we've got a pretty good chance to hit there. So yeah, we're just going to move up to there. And yeah, in full, so I would love to salvage that mech. We'll take a precise strike to increase our chance to hit. And yeah, we'll see what we get. Oh, the PPC missed, unfortunately. Ah, look. Oh, we got a pilot. Yeah, we hit the pilot, though. That's nice. Okay, that's a couple of PPCs. That's a couple of PPCs to the face. As you can see, his sensors are now impaired from the PPCs. So yeah, he's taking more and more damage as time goes on. But yeah, salvaging the ER large lasers would be quite nice. Okay, here comes the Curiton Grand Dragon. Just fires the PPC. Okay, probably having heat issues. Yeah, he's having big heat issues. That's what you get for when you walk through the fire, mate.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. So that leaves Behemoth to square off against whatever this mech is. Along with the turrets. Well, we do need to get a visual on it. Okay, we'll sprint. Come on, game. You can do it. Like, okay, you're telling me you can't move any further than that? Oh, why didn't it go on? Come on. Game's having a moment, apparently. Okay, so we can't actually get around to get a visual on this guy at all. No. Okay, we can use the jump jets, though. Yeah, we will use the jump jets to get to there, get a visual on what we're dealing with. We are dealing with an urban. Oh dear. That's the AC-20 urban mech. That's the scary one. Okay. I am going to brace for the to get 60% damage reduction, because it is no doubt going to shoot at the commando. We have an allied javelin coming up. Okay, here comes the urban mech. They can shoot in any direction because urban mech, but it's choosing not to. Alright, I'm not going to complain.
Good to go.
Right, we're going to use target prediction. That's an ability that comes with the Battletech Advanced mod. As you can see, +2 accuracy to all the lance mates, which is always nice, and it doesn't end the turn either, so that's even better. We've still got 2 turns before we can do another active probe ping. But we do definitely want to deal with that urban mech. So we'll bring the Raven up to there.
Going full throttle.
There we go, allows them to sink some heat, because that's important on a desert biome.
Ready for orders.
Oh yeah, we're going to move... Actually, I think I would rather move the Jenner. He's not bleeding out, is he? No, it doesn't look like he is. Good. Let's just get him to some relative safety for now. Okay, we're gonna have to sprint. Okay, that's fine. Sprint.
Roger that.
Yeah, this is generally why most people don't like Jenners. They are still fairly flimsy, but you know, it's okay. And get resolve is a case of use it or lose it, so
Give them everything you've got.
let's make use of it so we can go earlier on the next round. We've just got 2 more rounds to hold out for now.
Standing by.
Now we could take a shot. I'm not going to, because I don't want to stand still. It's generally a bad idea. So we can move to there. Yeah, that's fine.
Engaging jump jets.
So that's going to bring us up to 59. Yeah, as it is, we're already taking some penalties due to heat as well. So that's fine, we won't Battlelord. Battlelord is usually a really good ability, but in a high heat biome like this, you tend not to be able to fire all of your weapons.
Locking on target.
Okay, we hit him the AC 5, nice. So that's some good damage. And the pilot's starting to be unsettled, and he's also unsteady, which means he's now much easier to hit. He's lost his evasion pips. And if he takes too many more hits, he may become unstable enough to fall down. Okay, let's see what the Strider does. Okay, good hit with the large laser. Decent hit with its LRMs. Ooh, it's overheating though. That's what that sound is. And I believe... Yeah, it overheated and it shut down. That's what that symbol means. That means it had to shut down. Which means it's much easier to hit now. Which probably means it's going to be primary target number 1 for the enemy AI. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Whitworth with 2 LRM-10s.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. Hey, can we get onto the wall? No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just move up. And that's a good shot on the Enforcer.
Uh-huh.
So we will take this. Yeah, that's definitely good chances to hit. So let's see if we can't
Take this!
get a shot in. Yep. And another head hit on the pilot. Ah, Glitch is on fire today. Yeah, that's the allied turret. That's an allied turret again. There goes his left arm. Oh, come on, I want... And there goes the leg. Come on, eject. Okay, how many salvageable parts? Not going to tell me. It's not going to tell me, is it? Fine. Wouldn't mind salvaging a 50-ton medium mech. That's fine. Okay, the dragon's just moving up. Probably gets to vent some heat. Yeah.
Good to go.
So now we've got the enemy Whitworth to deal with. Probably don't want to be facing it with the Gen. Although again, his remaining armor is decent. No, I don't think that's worth it. Well, getting over to there reduces the chance to be here, but does get us at least a visual.
No target.
What? Which mech, sorry, do you mean? This one? The Whitworth? Or do you mean the Enforcer we just took out? Oh, what, the Whitworth? Yeah, I knew what it was. I just wanted to get a visual on it so that then we can start targeting it indirectly if we need to. Yeah, he's just been hiding behind this ridge shooting LRMs. Alice.
Got the angle, taking the shot.
There we go. Got some damage. Okay, there goes the urban mech. Don't hit! That was an AC-20. With visual, usually it generally only matters where you end up as to what visuals you get. If you get like if you only get a temporary visual while passing through here, for example, but then when we're here you can't see them, like a mech here, for example, you wouldn't get a visual. Unless you sense a ping, unless you sense a locket, in which case you can then see it no matter where it goes for the rest of that turn. Well, since that mech has now just gone, I feel like we can move on. I still want to sprint because, you know, extra chances not to get hit and all of that. Let's move up to there and let's see if we can overheat and explode this urban mech. Yeah, rear shot means we have a better chance to hit, because if you mouse over the weapon it will give you a breakdown of your chances to hit. So let's take the shot.
Locking in all weapon systems.
I didn't hit him that many flames that time, unfortunately. But we did get through the armor. A little bit. So, got a little bit of damage on him.
Standing by.
Not a terrific amount. Again, we don't really want to go through fire if we can help it, because we don't want our mech to be on fire. It just means it's generating more heat. So, can we get to anywhere without getting on fire? Can he still go? No, we can't. Okay, so we just have to go around. That's fine.
Battletech power-up detected.
Okay, good. He's powering up. So basically, the pilot engaged the manual override. Definitely wants to deal with the heat though, and that's all he did by the look of it. And he's still having heat issues. Ooh, that's rough. You see our laser AMS. Ooh, that was a fair bit of damage on the Strider. You saw our laser AMS did what it could. Yeah, that Strider's having a bad time.
Orders.
But, right, with the Falcon we can move in and we got ourselves a good shot there.
Confirmed.
So we should do that. So that's a good shot with the AC-5 and the 2 medium lasers. So let's do it. I do believe they do matter. I do believe the heavy metal mechs will not appear in the mods unless you have those. And it is possible some of the mods may require you to have those upgrades. I do highly recommend getting them, especially if you're going to be starting with a vanilla playthrough, because they will appear in the vanilla campaign. It does add a lot of options for the mechs, so I would recommend getting them.
Mess him up.
So we'll take the shot.
Mess him up good.
Okay, yeah. Just got to get through his armor because, you know, he hasn't really been shot at much because he's been hiding behind the corner. But now, because now he no longer has any allied mechs spotting for him, he can't indirect fire us. He has to get line of sight on us in order to be able to shoot at us. You can only indirectly shoot at an enemy mech
On you, Commander.
if an ally has a visual on it. And yeah, you also do want to be careful with your sightlines. This game does have friendly fire, as you saw with the Enforcer on the enemy tank. If you miss, if there is, like for example, if this Vulcan was here, there would be a chance I could hit my Vulcan in the back, and that would be really bad.
Got it.
Yeah, good damage. And this is the final round as well. Let's see what the Grand Dragon does. Not much. There we are. Mission complete.
Mission successful.
Now we get to see what payment we get, and we see the damage on our mechs, and then we get to choose our salvage. Here we are. So unfortunately, because not all the buildings survived, our payment was decreased by 10% rather than increased. But because we destroyed them in Vanguard, that's increased 10%. And then because we covered our friendly lance, in that we didn't allow them to get completely wiped out, though they did lose one mech, payment increased by 15%. So on the whole, we got a net increase of 15% on our pay, which isn't bad, and our rating with the Mercenary Review Board increases, which means we get access to better and better flashpoints and missions. And then you can see a breakdown of the damage, so you're going to have to repair the damage on the Vulcan. They got good XP there too. And the huh? Didn't the General lose its... Okay, let's see what we got for salvage. We've got 2 parts of the Enforcer, which... that is tempting. But we need 4 in order to build a mech. The part of the Valiant, yes, we don't have any of those ones. Let's see what else we've got. Some extended range medium lasers. It's never a bad thing. You know, they can shoot from further away with, than the standard medium laser, but they usually generate more heat as a result. And apparently these also do a little bit more damage as well. 25 instead of 20. Ooh, a pulse laser. Those are good. Very accurate, but much shorter range. Those are usually pretty nice to have. Some small lasers, SRMs. Ooh, Streak LRM-10. Now that is tempting. You can't do the direct fire, as you can see, but you know it's more accurate, and it only fires when you do one. Basically, you do one attack roll, and then all missiles hit. If you hit, if you miss, none of them fire. So yeah, it's an all or nothing weapon. They usually are pretty good at, and they're pretty good at saving ammo. That is a pretty good one, but you've got to have the Streak LRM ammo as well for that. A Beagle probe, which is nice. Case, some cores, double heat sinks, pretty decent. Mortars, and then some ammo. Okay, could pick up the Streak SRM-10s, LRM-10s for the Griffin possibly. That could be a fun upgrade. Less range, and obviously you lose the ability to attack indirectly. But and they also do a lot, but they also do a lot less damage, so may not be. Yeah, I'm not sure that's quite worth. I think the ER mediums would be nice, but I think what we'll do is we're going to take the 2 parts of the Enforcer, because if we encounter another Enforcer, building a 50-ton mech would be quite nice. It'd be a nice upgrade for our company. Let's see what else do we get. Another Firestarter part, a Valiant part, the AC-10. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. We don't have a mech to mount that on yet, but let's have. We did get an ER medium and the pulse laser. Ooh, nice. Nice. Some small lasers. SRM-4, a core 120. Okay, and 50% chance to do a critical hit, less damage to armor, more damage to structure. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting ammo for SRMs. They do less damage, but they do less damage to armor, and they do less damage overall, but they do more damage to structure and have a higher critical chance. Interesting. Right, while that loads, I will be right back. And we're back. So, let's see. Right. Yeah, I know, mechs need repair. So yeah, Becca was injured, so he's just going to be out for 18 days. Okay. Still, got a bit more of a healthy amount in our funds, which is good. So let's head to the mech bay and get the mechs repaired. The Vulcan, right, I think it's just a standard repair. Yeah, so that's fine. Now the Jenna is going to require a little bit more work. So let's see, what did lose? Okay, the engine was crit but not destroyed. That's good. Right, so what did we lose? We lost the heat, right, and this one requires one external heat sink. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We will pop that back in. That's not an issue. We got plenty of those. And we lost 2 medium lasers, which is unfortunate. We are not going to use an ER medium laser on that. We're just going to replace it with 2 standard. I'm not going to put valuable technology on the arms of a light mech, even with ferrofibrous armor. And we lost a couple of jump jets. Okay, let's jump jet there. Let's move that one to there and that one to there, because why not? Okay, and I think that rebuilds her back. So that's 135,000. That's not too bad. So that could have been worse. That could have been so much worse. But there we are. So yeah, we will validate that. Yeah, we'll get that repaired.
On it. I'll let you know when that's
Okay,
done.
so 11 days to get all the mechs repaired. And yeah. So let's head to the barracks, spend some XP.
Yes, Commander.
If we can. With Behemoth, we're going to make her a purebred. As you can see, it's extended the, given some new skills for the pilots, other than just the standard ones. So nothing
Yes, Commander.
learned for Decker. Yeah. I think we want to continue. He's kind of our semi-scout pilot, so I think we'll add to the piloting. Yeah. Oh, that adds a hit defense. That's pretty nice.
Mechwarrior training complete.
So we'll get that done.
Welcome, Commander.
Yeah, Commander's
Waiting
still
for
injured.
orders.
Glitch, we will increase her chance to hit.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Standing by.
Grafe. I believe with him we're going to go. I think we're going to go pure gunnery with him. I would like to get the extra health
Training
on him.
complete.
There we go. This makes it that much harder for him to be injured.
Receiving you.
And yeah, we'll do the same with Medusa.
Mechwarrior training complete.
That's fine. So, we need to pass some time. Ah! That is part of Battletech 3062. With that, that is, you have a points score. So, the more you earn, the more things you do, the more points you get. At the end of that day's remaining, that is basically, that's when this playthrough ends. You believe you start with 1,200 days. So it's just one of those things the mod adds. You see, you get points for Argo completion and upgrades and stuff like that, yeah. It's just an effort that's part of the mod. Ooh, 20 days to finish the gen? It says 10 days, huh? Why does that say 20 days? Oh, I think that's a glitch. So let's check out the store, see if there's anything nice here we might want to buy. Binary lasers. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not fantastic, but they're not bad. Yeah, large laser. It's nice we don't really have anything to put that on right now. Light AC5. As you can see, there are also a ton of upgrades. Ooh, Ferro armor. That reduces armor weight, which means you can get more on the mech. Either you can put more armor on, or you can get an extra piece of equipment, things like that. That is pretty nice. Could be worth getting. At some point, Hink banks are always fun. You reduce your heat amount. So yeah, there are a ton of upgrades and stuff that you can buy for your mech, for the mechs. Loads of technology. Oh, I am tempted to take a Sphere Pharaoh. And obviously, where it's a percentage-based thing, putting it into heavier mechs gives more of a bonus. There's two, so possibly stick that into the Griffin and the Vulcan. Liking that idea. How much would it cost for both? Right, can we afford it? Yeah, that's a thing you can do, apparently. It will increase your reputation. But we shall not be doing that. 330. Can we afford that? These are 600, 500. I reckon we can afford that. Yeah.
New equipment available.
So obviously we'll get the... Wait for the Vulcan to finish its repair. There we go. Right, so first up this. See, is it worth putting Pharaoh into the Griffin? Okay, that saves us a ton. So what can we put in here? That is the question. Actually, I'm thinking possibly putting in Case on the other MMO. So then Case prevents an ammo explosion from spreading to the rest of the mech. Useful when you've got ammunition on board said mech. So I think we will do that. And that leaves us with half a ton. And obviously if you get access to things like endo steel and stuff like that, you can make mechs lighter as well. And I think with the remaining amount, remaining half ton, we will increase the armor on our mech a little bit. I'm happy with where it is on the legs. There we go, so we get a little extra half ton of armor, and we now have Case on the LRM ammo, so that if it does explode, we don't lose the entirety of the mech. Although, actually, what I may do is move the ammo over to that side, put the case there, because there's nothing else real of massive value, so then if we get an ammo explosion, we don't lose the PPC as well. Do we have any? Do we have PPC upgrades? No, just standard. Yeah. That's fine, and yeah, standard at around 10. 7 tons, and that's 5 tons, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Now, the Vulcan is much more of a brawler. So, excuse me one moment. Right, do apologise for that. I didn't want to cough at the screen. Yeah, I'm not too happy about the AMS being on the arms, but any place I can put it on there. So let's put ferrofibrous on her, and that saves us 0.75 a ton. Okay, so it doesn't really, so we can't really fit another medium on her. Alright. In which case what we'll do is we'll just raise her armor a bit, because she is a little bit sparse. Well, somewhat. Yeah, because armor in the arms here is a good idea to keep the AAC5 and the AMS protected. There we go, so it just means we've got a bit more of a better brawler with this mech now. That's fine, I'm happy with that. Let's check, what cores have we got now? We've got 210 in there. Could put a 245, but that's quite significantly heavier, yeah.
Data received.
Ah, thank you very much for following. I do appreciate that. So yeah, we'll do that. And as you see with ferrofibrous, it takes up slots, critical slots within the mech, so it limits how much more space you can put, get in there. So that becomes more of a thing when you start putting things like ferrofibrous and endo steel structure in, and you want to get some more upgrades and stuff in there and equipment. So you gotta think about what you want to actually put in there. That looks good for now, because we've got some extra armor on her. So I like that.
And noted.
I always like having my mechs well armored. And what we'll do is we'll move the Vulcan up, move the Griffin up. Close that off. Right. That's fine. And yeah, we've got enough for the next financial report. And yep. So yep, now we just work on the mech stunt and wait for our pilots to be healed.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Good, good. Another upgrade in engineering. Would like to get another upgrade going, but we can't really afford that right now. Yeah, there are some extra upgrades on this one as well. Like increasing the drop weight limit and things like that. And there are other upgrades and yeah, that one makes things a little bit more buggy, and yeah, increasing the drop weight limit, because there are missions that will have drop weight limits as well, so that's fine. So I don't think there's any more sort of real sort of cheap upgrades to be done. Not really, no. Nah, not that we can afford at the moment. That's fine. So yeah, we might want to start thinking about going for some higher tier missions to get a bit more cash. Possibly going for some 2-scale missions. So yeah, that one might be decent. That one's a good one for just getting cash, because salvage is rubbish. Oh, that's a duel. Well, that could be fun. It's a solo duel, so that's a 1-on-1. So, yeah, actually that could be worth going for at the moment. Usually duels do have a drop weight limit, so let's see. Okay, no, we're going to have to wait. Okay, that's fine, because I just want to make sure in case I can use the... Oh, the Vulcan is done. That's fine then. In which case we'll, yeah, we'll have a go at this mission. It's a solo duel. Very good pay. We'll just go for full, because the salvage is rubbish anyway on that. So, and it's only one mech we'll be up against, presumably. So we'll go full pay and get a load of cash. One mech, and what is the drop ton? Some restrictions on them. Doesn't tell me what it is though. That's annoying. Hey, if we complete this as well, we'll get the Draconis Combine would like, the Curitons would like us a bit more. So yeah, so here we just have to remove everything. Because you're only allowed to bring one mech. And the maximum is 65 tons. Woo! Boy, you could bring a heavy mech on this one if we had one. Well, it's going to be the Vulcan then. I think the best one for piloting the Vulcan will be Mechwarrior right now. Usually it's the commander who pilots the Vulcan, but he's been injured for a while. So we are kind of dropping under tonnage. But it is a solo duel, so there will be only one enemy mech. And our Vulcan is pretty tough and can dish out a decent amount of damage with its AC5. So, we'll deploy. And let's see what we're up against. We do have, and it does have the AMS as well, in case they bring a missile mech. So let's see how we do.
Command interface initiated.
Okay. He's around there somewhere. So let's go and see what we're up against.
Heading out.
So here, where we're less than the limit here, we probably want to use our mobility to our advantage and try and stay and try and move as fast as possible. Let's see, let's swing around here and see what we get.
Confirmed.
Okay, there he is. Ooh, okay, this should be interesting.
Receiving you.
Don't have visual on him. He's going to have spawn protection. So what we want to do is we want to reserve now. Until he goes. Oh, you may not get it though. Oh no, he decided to move. Good. Come on. Oh. Okay, why didn't the... Okay, that must have been a mortar of some kind. Did it hit? Did it miss? It... did hit.
Ready for orders.
Actually, no, we'll put the AMS on... just on, because that's all we need. If he does shoot missiles at us. Apparently he's got a mortar of some kind. Let's move up. Let's get eyes on what we're dealing with.
Let's move.
This is a 75-ton... oh dear. Oh dear. We are definitely in trouble here. That's 2 SRM-15s, an SRM-6, Arrow 4, and a medium laser. So that's what he launched as. It was an Arrow 4. Okay, let's... yeah, well, let's take the shot.
Attacking from position.
Okay, we got some damage on him. What we need to do is get behind him. Yeah.
Standing by.
Yeah. And we absolutely want to be sprinting as much as we possibly can. While not being out in the open too much. That gives us good chances to hit where we already have. Yeah, this guy's got a good amount of armor. So, yeah, okay. That's a reasonable dodge chance there, and we do have the laser AMSI. I'm going to put it on overload mode to get more shots out of it, so that we can shoot down more incoming missiles.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
Oh no, you're going to be running, don't you worry. And we are going to use Battle Lord. We're going to take some extra heat, because here... oh, it is a desert biome. But right now we are fresh in terms of heat, so we can afford to take the extra heat to gain the extra damage. So,
Got it.
okay, we got some damage on his leg. His turn. Oh dear. Oh, ouch. Oh boy. Heavy mechs, ladies and gentlemen.
Reporting. Major armor loss.
Yeah. Kind of wishing now I took it a little bit more savage. Get a heavy mech on the lance would be nice.
Commander.
Okay. Right. Yeah, we took some pretty hefty damage there, but we did shoot down a lot of the incoming fire, so we're not out of this yet. Sprint round, get some cover. Fortunately, we are attacking the wrong side, but keeping the mech alive is better than...
Firing.
yeah, okay, so we hit him. Purple means I have attacking his side, but there is a line of sight blocker. Okay, I think his arrow 4 is out of ammo. I hope. Or it was just a heat issue, one or the other. That's probably a heat issue. But the AMS is doing great work. But yeah, purple means there was a sightline blocker, but I was still on his side. So I still had the bonus to hit from shooting at his side. Is what that meant. We absolutely are going to sprint, because we would like to get on his flank if possible. Also don't want to get that close to a heavy mech if I can really help it. That's terrible evasion there though. How far can we get with a jump jet? Okay. shoot him from there. Would prefer to try and stay in cover if we can. No, so what we'll do is... Okay, I think that's probably the best we can do. There, and we want to present the left... So, don't really want him to do too much damage here, so let's present that side, but I also don't want to give him a flank.
Roger.
So we'll jump jet. We'll use Vigilance to gain extra damage reduction.
Let's go.
So I have a feeling a large volley is coming in from this guy. And we'll take a shot.
Confirmed.
Okay. There we are getting damage on him. Again, AMS is coming in clutch. By shooting down all those incoming missiles. Again, do the same again.
I copy.
Jump to keep our evasion up. Make use of cover. Okay, and we're starting to run into heat issues ourselves. Because this does still count as a desert biome. I believe it's because it's at night. Yeah, so yeah. And so yeah, we do have that particular issue. So we will take the shot.
Attacking from position.
Okay, the AC5 does keep hitting. Yes, with a laser AMS, yes. And it also doesn't work on arrow.
Reporting critical hit.
Yes, the AMS didn't get as many hits that time. And yeah, it doesn't work on arrow. Arrow is basically a miniature nuke. And it looks like the laser AMS has jammed, unfortunately. That's problematic, but again, he's got heat issues as well. So he's
Ready for orders.
He's covering himself very well. We're going to have to use the jump jet to avoid getting overheated. I think we'll bring around to bring it to shield her vulnerable left side now.
Jumping.
That's to avoid running through the fire. Okay, and we are still running into... I shouldn't be overheating it. Oh, it's because it's currently overheating, apparently. Okay, so we're not risking... Okay, we're not risking blowing up from our ammo, so let's try that. So let's fire the AC5. That missed. Fair enough.
Nothing.
Oh good, the laser AMS is back online. Oh, that's another arrow. 5! There goes the AC5. Fortunately, I do have another one.
I'm losing weapon systems.
And that guy just overheated himself to the point he had case. But he overheated himself to the point where his ammo exploded. He did have case, which contained the explosion, which prevented him from just blowing up. But it does mean he's lost the majority of his weapons. He's only got a medium laser left.
I'm here.
Whereas we have just medium lasers. As well. But we have one more than he does. But we have taken a heck of a lot of damage. We're going to move to there. And just vent some heat. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We don't have eyes on, and we will brace. Get some damage reduction, and let's see what he does.
Standing by.
Okay, so that's now burned forest, so that's no longer any good to us. So, yeah, now we need to take advantage of our speed. And just hope he can't hit us with the
Understood.
medium laser.
Moving fast.
So pretty sure the AMS did save us. And right now, I think it's where we're not firing the AC5. How are we on heat? We'll take the precise strike.
Let's hit him hard.
Ooh, good. Gone through the armor somewhere. There we go. So now he's also taken an injury, so he's also less accurate too. So that's good. Where exactly did we hear that got through the armor? Do not know. But we are absolutely going to sprint. Try and get a 5 on that chance to hit. Don't really want to get that close to him. Yeah, we'll go to that.
Going full throttle.
And, you know, and make like Obi-Wan and take the high ground. We'll use Battle Lords because heat generation isn't as much of an issue right now because we no longer have the AC5 firing with its 11 heat, so... And we get the accuracy and damage.
Locking on target.
Okay. We're burning down something. Oh, and he's now on fire. But yeah. That last salvo he did on us before he did that ammo explosion, I'm guessing that was kind of a do or die moment for him.
Ready for orders.
Took a risk and it did not work out.
All right. Full speed.
But unfortunately we did lose our AC5, which is not so great. But yes, jumping implies one additional difficulty to hit. Sometimes it can be very worth it, especially if you take the high ground and you get a bigger benefit from your chance to hit from having the high ground, which then negates the having to jump, and jumping gives you one additional pip of evasion when you are moving. So it's one of those sort of you gotta balance out what you want to do and stuff. Also, you can, when you're jump jetting, you can also turn the mech to face any direction you want. So sometimes it can be more beneficial than sprinting in that regard as well. So you're then facing in the direction you want to face.
Confirmed. Firing.
Okay. Might take a little bit, but I think we are going to. I think we're going to beat this guy, bearing a lucky hit from his medium laser.
Orders.
Yeah, and also jump jets are also great when you want to change your elevation. Because here we can't. So yeah, you kind of have this little bit trapped here. But what we can do is we can jump down to there.
Engaging jump jets.
Like that. And unfortunately, we don't have a shot at him, so we will just brace to take less damage. Up here, we could probably jump up there. But you have to be careful when perching on high spots like that, because you don't want to stay up. Although you get nice benefit to your chance to hit, you also, if you stay there without moving, you become easier to hit. No, we haven't lost an actuator, have we? Just the arm. Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we can get some good evasion here, so we should do that to make it harder for him to hit us. This is the advantage of a medium mech that a medium mech has over a heavy mech. They're faster, but a heavy mech is better armored, better armed, you know. And again, we will battle Lord here to try and get some extra damage, because the heat issue isn't really much of an issue anymore.
Engaging with target.
Oh, there we go. Got through some armor, nice. Ooh, did that hit? Don't think it did. Nope, didn't hit. Okay, we got through his other torso. Okay, very good.
Standing by.
Again, using our speed to our advantage. And also, yeah, as you probably know, when you're moving, how far you can move when you jump jet with the jump jets depends on how many jump jets you have and the weight of the mech. Precise strike to get more accurate shots.
No retreat.
Okay, we've got one hit. Let's see what he does. But yeah, I don't think he lost all of his weapons, but I think he lost all of his ammo for his missiles.
Commander.
This way, or do we go? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go through that anyway. Standing on it. Nah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to go through it regardless. Okay, we can get a good shot there with reasonable evasion. Okay, the red dot normally indicates terrain like a road, where you can move, where the net can move faster. The purple dots are a thing for the mods. When a forest gets burned down, they turn into purple dots, which usually means that sometimes it can be bad, sometimes it can be good. It depends on the terrain. If in the case of the burnt forest, it means we take stability damage passing through it, so we don't really want to pass through it if we can help it. In the case of a mineral field, it will mean that it's more difficult to hit a mech in a mineral field, but it's also more difficult for said mech in the mineral field to shoot out as well. So it depends on what the terrain is. You can leave the mouse on the terrain and it will tell you what it does. Via a tooltip.
Roger.
Okay, we missed. That's fine. No problem.
Failed to connect.
Now that looked like that hit.
Orders.
As I say, if I move the mouse here, and you can see here, burn forest. Burn down forest negatively affects mech stability after passing through or standing in it. The red means a road. Yes, the units travel faster along a road. And depending on the biome, there are other things as well. You can get like spore clouds, which will clog up the heat vents and stuff like that. Okay, our guy's getting stressed right now. Let's get Battlelord, let's get a couple of shots. Okay, good, good. More damage, and yeah, their pilot's getting stressed as well now. Missed. Good.
Ready for orders.
As you see, there's a mineral field here. You see it shows there. +4 difficulty to hit units within a mineral field. +2 difficulty for attacks made by units within a mineral field. And it reduces enemy detection, which means they have to be closer in order to see you, to get for you to appear on their sensors. Oh, I like that.
Roger.
We will get into that. We will precise strike. Get that bonus chance to hit. Whew, we got a lot of armor to get through before we can take this guy out.
Let's go. Let's go. Commander. Confirmed.
Take the shot. Okay. Okay, we've gotten through his leg armor, so that's nice. Yes. Orange damage, it means we did damage to the structure. So in general, if you do damage to armor and the damage is higher than the remaining armor, then any remaining damage goes onto the structure.
Ready for orders. I copy.
So we will Battlelord, and we will then have to get decent shots, and then
Roger.
There we go. Some more structured damage there. Yeah, fortunately, he is.
I'm here.
Fortunately, yeah. This is why I chose the Vulcan over the Griffin. The Vulcan is faster. And the Vulcan also has more armor, which it really needed on this one. And, yeah. So imagine if we had brought the Griffin, which didn't have an AMS. Thinking about the amount of damage that AMS saved the Vulcan from taking.
Engaging with target.
Okay, more structured damage on the left torso. Yeah, heavy mechs can take an absolute beating. That looked like a miss, I think. I didn't see any of these go down. I didn't see any floating numbers, so it's good.
Standing by.
That's a decent chance to hit there. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Roger.
Ooh, precise strike.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay, good. More damage on the side torso, on the left torso. Okay, and he misses again. Good, good, good.
Orders. Understood. Moving fast.
Yeah, we don't have any resolve for any of the resolve abilities, so we will just shoot. Okay. We are burning away his armor bit by bit, and the structure as well. Okay, I just about missed. How much armor? Yeah, his armor's really getting stripped away now. A few more volleys, and we'll be through his armor on his center torso. No, we don't want to go through the forest. Okay, that's as good as that's gonna get. Use Battle Lord and fire the medium lasers.
Firing.
Okay, more damage. There we go.
Mission successful.
You panicked their pilot into ejecting. Okay, so there's only 3 salvageable parts anyway, so even if we'd had taken more salvage, we wouldn't have been able to build this mech. We require 4 parts in this mod. So we've got a good amount of cash there. We are going to have to do some serious repair work. And we only got 1 other healing up for this pass. That's a shame, but there we go. We did get an arrow 4, which is interesting. So yeah, that does 30 damage, but it spreads the damage out a lot. It has an AoE. And yeah, it's pretty heavy with 15 tons. There's no way we can fit it on any mech. And we also got a core 225, which is not bad either. Okay, so there's some reasonable salvage on that. Yeah, it is heavy, which is why it was mounted on a heavy mech. Still, Arrow 4 is a very powerful weapon system. Useful, again, once we get some heavy mechs of our own, we will have a platform to mount that on. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a replacement AC5. So, repair. I do not have a replacement AC5. That's very annoying. Okay. Pretty sure we cannot get an AC10 on here. No chance. Not at 12 tons. We have 8 tons to play with right now. Could do AC2, turn into a sniper mech. Well, let's see what the shop's got. Shop might have an AC5 or even better, an Ultra AC5. Possibly. Let's see what we've got here. It's a light AC5. But yeah, has a shorter range, but then most of the time we're getting into medium laser range anyway, so... Yeah, I mean, there's less heat on that as well, so that could be worth. Let's check to see if there's any light AC ammunition. There is not. And I'm pretty certain we do not have light AC ammo. No, we do not. So would have been nice, but yeah. In which case... In which case it might be worth switching the Vulcan over to perhaps an energy boat build, maybe. It has decent heat efficiency, it's just the, at the moment we're on a planet with a very hot biome. So, what could we... I mean... We could get a PPC on there. We could fit a PPC on her. Or... a large laser. And some medium... and then medium laser. Those aren't bad options. But it would make her run pretty hot. But that could possibly be worth. Yep, medium pulse laser. Very close range, but does more damage and is more accurate. And it also takes an additional turn. Yeah, it does indeed. So we could put the pulse laser in there. And we still have 6 tons to play with. This is probably going to tank its heat efficiency, yeah. So we could slap a large laser in there. Which still gives her some decent firepower at long range as well. Now, the question is, do we have a heatsink kit? No, we don't have a double heatsink kit. That's unfortunate. That might have been nice to pick up to help with the heat efficiency here. Could just slap a heatsink in on her, just to help. That helps dissipate a bit more heat. Yeah. Would be nice if we could get a double heatsink kit, but unfortunately we don't have one right now. Because that would just solve our heat issues right off straight away. Oh yeah, we can drop the AC5 ammo now. So that gives us another ton, which we will add in another heatsink, I think. Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Replace the standard medium laser with the ER medium laser. Yeah, that's a good idea. So now we've got that with the 480 range as well. Medium pulse laser for getting up close. And yeah, and we can get some... We've still got a standard medium as well. I quite like this build. I'm quite liking this. A bit sad about losing the AC5 because it does have some... That does bring some good heavy firepower for not so bad heat generation, but that's not too bad. That's manageable, especially where the medium pulse laser isn't going to be firing every turn. So that's 11 heat there. So that would drop that down to 14.9. So yeah, that's certainly manageable heat levels. And if it gets up close, we could do pretty devastating kick or punch attack as well. Yeah, I am liking this build, so let's go for it. So it's going to take 7 days, 15,000. That's fine.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
There we go. So, get the Vulcan done up before the Jenner. Right, and we've got plenty of cash for the financial report. Actually, let's just check the store, see if they do have any heatsink kits. Heat bank isn't bad, because that just gives you -8 heat. Standard heat, yeah, that doesn't look like they have any. Doesn't look like they have any double heatsink kits by the look of it. Nope. Ooh, that's Artemis 4. LRM ammo. But we haven't got anything with Artemis, so nice as that might be. Yeah, they do sound familiar. But yeah, in general, yeah. If something is outside of the maximum range, if I show you. Right. So if I just use... Yeah, if I just use the AC 10 here. So you can see here on the tooltip, and down here on the ranges. So minimum range, 0 meters, which means you can shoot at anything however close it is. Maximum range is 600 meters. So any enemy that is outside 600 meters away from the mech cannot be shot at by it. And damage does not fall off based on how far away they are, unless the weapon specifically says it does. Optimal range, which says here is 300 meters. If you're at the optimal range, then that means you have no penalties to your chances to hit. Once you go beyond that, so once we go beyond 300 meters, we then start going into from medium range into long range, and that does confer a penalty. So there are penalties to hit the further away they are, but it is all depending on the weapon. As you can see here, this AC2 has a max range of 960. Damage remains the same. Damage is only affected by if they are in cover, if they're braced, or if they have the bulwark ability. Those are all things that can reduce damage, not to mention there are also armors that you can find which will reduce the damage a mech takes on its hits. Right, looking at the time, I think we're going to call the stream here, because we got quite a bit done. And yeah, so we're going to call it here. So what I'm going to do is we'll set up a raid. Thank you very much for coming. Well, you're very welcome, and I'm glad you enjoyed watching. And thank you very much for following. Right, so we'll set up a raid, see if there is anyone else currently streaming a Battletech. Okay, right, we'll go for one called Frost Side. So we'll start the raid. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you for the next time.